With its flying wing design that makes it almost invisible to radar, the B-2 Spirit bomber is truly a standout among military planes, and also the world's most expensive, at over $2 billion per aircraft. A product of the Cold War, it was originally designed to penetrate Soviet air defenses and carry both conventional and nuclear weapons. But shortly after its first flight, over 30 years ago in 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall ended the Cold War and no B-2 has ever flown inside Russian airspace. It is really one of a kind, completely unlike any other plane ever designed. Rebecca Grant, a B-2 and aerospace expert who has flown in the classified plane, said in a phone interview. Seen from the cockpit, the flying wing is so distinctive. It is very special, more of a sentient being than just a regular airplane. Maybe that's why all of the B-2s are rumored to have unique personalities and they're often referred to as she. The idea of designing a plane as a flying wing, without a definite fuselage, a tail and other protuberances, is an early one in aviation, surfacing before World War I in Germany and the Soviet Union. Towards the end of World War II, Nazi Germany built and tested the Horten Ho 229, a futuristic flying wing aircraft with rudimentary stealth features, to which the B-2 bears a striking resemblance. In the United States, this type of design was pioneered by aircraft designer and industrialist Jack Northrop, whose first flying wing prototypes, in small scale and powered by propeller engines, took to the skies in 1940. Northrop's work culminated in the YB-49, his first jet-powered flying wing design, in 1947. Far ahead of its time, the project was held back by technical difficulties and quickly scrapped. However, the work done on the YB-49 was used to kickstart the B-2 program. The company that makes it was founded by Northrop himself, and although the planes are decades apart, they have many similarities, including the exact same wingspan. The B-2 is one of 3 strategic bombers currently in service in the U.S. Air Force, along with the agile Rockwell B-1 Lancer, which first flew in 1974, and the gargantuan Boeing B-52 Stratofortress, a legendary aircraft from the 1950s that has been constantly updated ever since. The B-52 first introduced the idea of flying a bomber at very high altitudes to make it harder for anti-aircraft missiles to reach it, while the B-1 tried the opposite, flying so low and fast that radar would have trouble picking it up. Neither strategy was perfect nor immune to enemy fire, and Cold War tensions were calling for the ultimate nuclear deterrent, a bomber capable of carrying atomic weapons while being virtually undetectable by enemy air defenses. The mission of the B-2 was to elude Russian air defenses, both their surface-to-air missiles and their top-line fighter aircraft. And that's still its mission today, to elude the best enemy air defenses wherever we find them. Unlike other aircraft, the B-2's flying wing design doesn't have any large vertical shapes, such as a tail, for radar waves to bounce off. In fact, its smooth surface is designed to scatter radar waves completely, so that almost none return to the source, making the plane appear as small as a bird. Ironically, the principles used for this were first exposed by a Russian physicist, Pyotr Ufimtsev, in a 1962 book which the Soviet Union deemed of no national security value, thus clearing it for publication. There are also radar-absorbing coatings and materials, and you can't see its engines because they are tucked away in the aft section, to avoid producing any heat signature, Grant said. A heat signature is a dead giveaway that a plane is in the sky, and the B-2's designers went to lengths to obfuscate it, even using the same kind of heat-absorbing tiles that protected the space shuttle during re-entry placed near the engine exhaust. An onboard system alerts the crew if the plane is creating contrails, the vapor trails that form when ice crystals coalesce around aircraft exhaust gases, allowing them to change altitude. Finally, the B-2 is very quiet, and can only be heard once it's passed overhead.